What is God really like may be the most difficult question to answer. On one hand, many of us are unsure because the answers that we were handed never led to freedom feeling like, well, freedom. And on the other hand, people get treated like they're crazy and wind up feeling alone when they suggest their tribe's answers about what God is like don't fit Jesus' answers. But what if there was a tribe to explore the undiluted language Jesus used to reveal the God we thought we knew? I say language because while language doesn't yield the power to determine what is, it does determine what we think about what is. Perhaps the most powerful example I've ever come across is the research done on the idea that our ancestors didn't see the color blue. Seriously, I know. The story starts back in the 1800s when a scholar by the name of William Gladstone noticed that Homer, when describing the color of the ocean in his classic essay, The Odyssey, never used the word blue. Intrigued by Gladstone's observations, a philologist named Lazarus Geiger began to analyze ancient languages, Icelandic, Hindu, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew. Look at all these texts to see if he could find the word for the color blue. Then to his surprise, he found no mention of the word. So does this mean our ancestors weren't capable of seeing the color blue? Well, to find out, a guy named Jules Davidoff of Goldsmiths University in London set out in 2006 to study the Himba tribe from Nambia. It's a modern-day tribe that had no word for the color blue in their language. To understand why, he led a test that showed tribe members one by one a card with 11 squares in a circle, 10 of them green and 1 blue. His request to each participant, is this: which one of these squares is different from the others? To his surprise, not one person from the Himba tribe was able to spot the difference. Interestingly though, here's the thing. The Himba have a lot more words for green than we find in English. So to reverse the experiment, he showed both English speakers and members of the Himba tribe a card with 11 green squares in a circle, with one square just a shade different green from the others. Now, while the English-speaking people were not able to spot the difference, the Himba tribe was able to spot it immediately. So does this mean that Gladstone's observations and Geiger's research of ancient languages and Davidoff's study prove that our ancestors didn't see the color blue? No. But it does suggest that until language exists for something, they didn't see it as we do now. And this language to sight connection naturally goes far beyond colors to the very realities that shape who we are as people. For some of you, God is just another deity, or he's the one who gets to be the boss because he has some more authority and we're all his royal subjects with a job to do. Or maybe he's someone who's really angry and is just demanding and just is desiring to be appeased by at least someone's blood being shed to make things right. The list, it just goes on and on and on. But while there are so many ways to think about God, Lark exists to create content that helps people think about God the way Jesus revealed God. Content that shapes how we see ourselves, how we see others, things like love, forgiveness, faith, family, friendship, church, ministry, and everything in between. There's just simply no way to grapple with what God is really like apart from the undiluted language Jesus used to help us see with his eyes. For some, that content is like an on-ramp into seeing God the way Jesus does. For others, it's like an ongoing rest stop that helps them keep seeing as they travel through this phenomenon we refer to as life.